You're about to watch this G-Wagon do some serious off-roading, rock crawling, dropping down ledges, and some of Moab, Utah's most famous trails. My name's Adam Bensman, and in my business life, I run an organization called the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance. But here on the G-Willen channel, I document my love and passion for pushing the G-Wagon on some very serious terrain and using it what it was built for. We hit some of Moab's best trails, including Top of the World, Poison Spider, Golden Spike, and Gold Bar Rim. And I can't wait for you to check this out, including seeing Jeff Crack and Axel, who we met on day 2. We also did Top of the World. Jeff, by the way, is driving a Nissan Xterra that's Titan swapped on 35s. We had an absolute blast, so I hope you enjoy watching some real off-roading in a G-Wagon and none of the sissy stuff that you see in the off-road vehicle testing videos where they're driving down a dirt road and driving over a couple of rocks that a Subaru Forester could get over. So enjoy the video and drop a comment and let me know what you think. Was it the Xterra or the G-Wagon that really nudged ahead? Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the video.
And here we are at Top of the World Trail, one of the most iconic trails in Moab, with just a gorgeous view, as you see right here, perched up on the ledge, feeling like you are thousands of feet above the earth. Top of the World Trail isn't super technical until you get to this section and the loop up top. Now, although this doesn't look like much in person, this is quite an intimidating little ledge that's been chewed out over the years. And as we walk up, you can see how big of a step up this truly is. Moving on from here, we're going to approach another area of the trail that really doesn't look like a whole lot on camera because, quite frankly, the camera never does it justice. But what we have here is a pretty large step up that's off camber and pushing me into the wall on the far side. Now, although right now it looks like I'm already up it, and why didn't I just continue? And in hindsight, I may have been able to pull driver just a little bit to pull up that ledge, but I was pressed pretty hard up against that wall, so I backed down and gave it another shot. Now, the most fun part is coming back down it, and here I am descending that same part of the trail. I actually ran this a couple times, but in this clip, I took a harder line because it was a ton of fun. Watch what happens. And here we are on Poison Spider, right when things start to turn interesting. This is the beginning of the trifecta, which is Poison Spider, Golden Spike, and Gold Bar Rim, which we did not expect to run until we got halfway into it. And here's when things started to get more exciting. This route, you have 3 different options here up this obstacle. Off to the right is a relatively flat path up this little waterfall, and the center line is a little harder, and then on the far left is the hardest line, and I'm sort of splitting the difference. Now, getting going on this line, it was leaning a little off camber, which is why I readjusted, and one of the little quirks of the G-Wagon with these electric lockers is they can take a little bit to engage. So, here we give it a shot, taking the medium to hard line and having a ball.
Come forward, don't turn yet. Straight. Drive it.
Passenger tires up. Yep.
And here's Jeff, who I told you we met at the trailhead with a Titan-swapped Xterra, which is essentially a Nissan Titan driveline and suspension slapped on an Xterra. He took the easier line here, but don't be fooled. He really pushed this rig. He actually almost rolls it. Stay tuned for the next part of this video. You'll see what I mean. This obstacle on Poison Spider is awesome. The very first time I drove this trail, I skipped it and I said to myself, there's no way I'm making it up there. Now, right here in this clip is my very first attempt, and my lockers hadn't engaged yet. That's one of the quirks with the G-Wagon is when you click the lockers, because they're electric, the gears have to mesh up, and it sometimes takes just a hot minute before they click in. Now, I had pressed the button, they weren't locked in, so I'm backing off the wall, and what you can't see is my rig is very close to kissing that wall, and thank you to Jeff for keeping me away from getting body damage here. That's not a fun way to start the trail. Now, take a look at Jeff, who's not a short guy like I am, standing at the top of that wall. That will put this in perspective, and you're gonna see a picture right here from the top looking down just how intimidating this essentially 5 to 6 foot vertical wall in this V-notch really is. Here we go, locked up and giving it a go.
How's that look?
Good. Coming. Good. Good. Coming. Good. Driver.
I did not expect that. Dude, thank you. More driver.
Here's Jeff in the Titan swapped Xterra. Both of us, by the way, are on 35s, similar lift. I think he's about 3 inches and I'm here at 4 inches. And with every rig, his is independent front suspension, while mine is a solid axle in front. His is a little wider and mine is more narrow. And because of that, you end up having to take different line choices through obstacles. So it takes some time to learn your rig. What you're about to watch are multiple attempts that Jeff made. And this, my friend, is when things get spicy. So pay close attention.
More driver. There it is. Okay, hold on. You're starting to slip just a little bit.
Not even locking.
All right, I back down and just give it a go. Unless, will your locker activate right away? Okay. There it is. Hold on. Straighten out just a little bit. Inch forward. Driver. Okay, now hang on. Your passenger is in the air quite a bit.
Yeah.
And if you want to inch it, hold on, let me see if maybe, you know what? Did he turn too much into this wall?
A little bit, but he might come up with his right rear.
All right. Stop. Let's get you set back up. And I think what's happening is if you can start further towards the wall.
He slid down the wall.
Yeah, back up and then come out and look. I'll show you what I think where we need to get you. Yep, a little more driver. Now let's see what happens. There, okay, beautiful. Okay, stop, straighten it out a little bit. Straighten it out, keep coming. Stop.
It looks cool.
It does look cool. Okay, let's do one different approach. Final idea. Try to start closer to the wall. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now, go right here. Perfect. Now just go straight. Keep going straight. A little driver. Just a little bit. Perfect. Perfect. There it is. Okay. Now your front end is up again. Do you want me to throw just a line on your front end to hold it down? Okay. There he is. There it is. There it is. Okay. Now if you keep it straight. Yeah, you're good. It's coming down. Okay, stop.
Well, if that doesn't get exciting, In person, this position was much
Be careful,
more
Adam.
wild than it shows up on video. And here I am, I gotta be honest with you, and I'm sure many people are saying, dude, that is not safe. And you'll hear my wife, Sheena, thank you, Sheena, for running the camera for all this, said to you, gosh, that's not safe. So all my weight is into his vehicle to keep him off that wall. And you actually see me right there lose my footing. And in hindsight, was incredibly dangerous for me to be in that position. Should I have slipped and fallen in that crack and Jeff was already moving backwards, I'd be in a bad situation. So be safe on the trails, my friend.
Yeah, go, keep coming, and then turn a little driver once you get past that. Now driver, there it is. Okay, now straighten it out. Inch forward, little driver, right there. There we go, keep coming. Okay, stop right there. So here's what I'm thinking. You're in a good spot, all four are on the ground. As long as you don't slip back there. You're gonna roll up something, but you got about 8 inches. Try inching it. Keep your wheels turned the way they were. Keep inching. Keep inching. Keep inching. Keep coming. Stop. You're starting to. Okay, so now look. Can you see your rear? You're actually in a good place. You are close. I don't know. Oh, because you don't have a locker, so that might make. The one concern I have if you bump is they can slide. I'm almost wondering if you shouldn't try crawling because you've got good traction. You just yeah. Your main goal is to keep your rear driver on the wall. So just go. It will turn. Hold on, stay there. No, you got plenty to bite on. Stay straight. And then be mindful that if you do start to slip, we want your wheel turn driver. All right. Keep on it. Yeah, buddy!
And Jeff pops up with ease. That's the joy of four-wheeling. It's a challenge until you nail the perfect line.
Right? Oh, sick, dude.
And here I pull up to these series of 1, 2, 3, about 4 big steps. They're anywhere from 3 to 4 feet down, and they are intimidating. We're trying to find the best line as I was taking the lead, and none of us had driven this trail before. And what we end up seeing here that's just off camera in the lower right is the final step down is massive. Yeah, see how big those steps are compared to Jeff, especially this next one right after I get down. But this final step, which you'll see me make a slight correction in my line, was to be able to be on the far side of that rock, because if I come down straight all the way down from here, I'm going to be nose down with my bumper dug in the sand and likely my front wheels hovering in the air.
Go right when you can, a little bit. Good, we got a ways to go.
Cut it that way. Driver, drop. I was thinking if I could wheel down this little crack, light down that step.
We kind of get down here, yeah. Crank it past here and go in the hood. One. a big drop on the left. What do you think? Didn't even hit. Nice.
Got a little excited.
Now let's watch Jeff give it a go. Jeff trailers this rig in. So for him, body damage and breaking down, yes, it would suck, which he does, by the way. Have a little mechanical issue shortly after this. Stay tuned because you can actually hear the axle snap. But Jeff is able to take this with a little bit more reckless abandon. And man, Jeff is such a fun guy to wheel with. The dude is fearless, and it shows as he launches himself down this line.
Okay, straighten it out. Yep. Straight. Keep going straight. All right, now keep going straight like 3 inches, and then start turning passenger. There we go. That's what I meant. My bad. Drive it. Yep. More driver all the way. And then you're set up, so hold on. Your rear, this is where I like, it's gonna drop, you will get hung up on the bumper. That is correct. So if you're good with that, see what happens. You're good. Yeah.
Now I get out to spot these series of step-ups because Jeff and I, we're used to wheeling in Colorado, where our granite out here is slick. There are sections of Moab that if they were in Colorado and the Colorado granite, you'd have to winch up. But in Moab, the rock is just so grippy. It's like driving up sandpaper. So out of habit, I get out to spot, and Jeff flies up this thing like it's absolutely nothing. And here we approach the Golden Crack, a 4-foot deep and 3-foot wide crack in the rock. One of the most iconic features in Moab. It's been on my bucket list forever, and I was so excited to give this one a go, and it was awesome.
The bumper's on it.
Oh,
on the rock.
What is it?
His bumper caught on it.
No, he's just, if he backs up, it should come up.
Yeah, my way. There you go. Oh, there he goes. That's all. Hey, guys, I appreciate it.
Now we're gonna watch Jeff crank through this thing with reckless abandon. I'm kidding. I love the way he wheels. You can see he took a slightly different line here.
Perfect. Yep. Good.
And what's about to happen led to a little trailside fix that took about an hour.
Driver. All right, hold on. There you go. All right. And that was, and you lost an axle. Damn bones. You didn't do bones.
And yes, it was an axle. Jeff didn't believe us at first, so he gave another obstacle a go, but it was sure running in two-wheel drive. Turned out to be the passenger side front axle. Now, good news is he had a spare, so I grabbed my truck, drove up to meet him. We blasted some music and made the most of it as we swapped axles. Took us about an hour, and then we were back on the trail. And now for the infamous waterfall on Gold Bar Rim. Yes, that's me hooting and hollering. Gosh, it was fun getting up this thing. A true test of the departure angle and a winch point up top because a lot of rigs don't make this. And hey, as Jeff does this, take a peek at his back bumper. That was a hell of a trip, and thank you for joining me on this journey to share in what I love, for the love of G. The rig's back in the garage, a few more battle scars to show for it, but hey, that's just memories. Subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more videos on all things G.